Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris Pierdomenico, or Chris P, at dorkdaily.com. I am here along with...
the Delco Dork, Gabe Roblero.
And it is another anniversary movie. This time it is a Muppet movie, probably a lesser-known Muppet movie known as Muppet Treasure Island that is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. I saw it in the theater.
I did not. The Muppets have a lot of anniversaries coming up this year. 2026 is going to be a big year for the Muppets. We've already got the 2026 Revival special. Also, we have Great Muppet Caper and Muppets 2011 and the 50th anniversary of the pilot of the Muppet Show. So, big year for the Muppets. And I said, hey, let's cover the follow-up, not the follow-up, but the next movie after Muppet Christmas Carol, which is much beloved at the holidays.
You know, looking back now, by the way, that's a very nice pin that you have.
Yes, that was my Christmas gift of 2025 from our editor, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Much appreciated.
I only saw this movie once, and I think that was in 96 when I was like 11.
So you saw it in theaters?
I saw it in theaters, and so there wasn't much. When I was watching it, I remembered the commercials.
That's what I remember mostly, because I didn't see it in theaters, but
yeah.
Later airings on like cable channels. I think I've seen it once all the way through and a bunch of parts where I picked it up later, and then I finally watched it again last night all the way through, and it's like, my agenda must be Muppet Treasure Island. Priorities.
Yeah, so it's a follow-up to Muppet Christmas Carol, which is, you know, extremely beloved. One is a classic, and one is not really seen as a classic.
I think Muppet fans like it enough, but I don't think it's been seen as enough, because here's what it is. Did you?
I haven't read Treasure Island now.
I think we had to read it in like 4th or 5th grade. I remember the bare bones story, but then I was just like, well, they wanted to do this take, which is interesting. So here's another weird, interesting thing as to why this is a weird time for this movie. I think the 90s especially were weird for pirate movies. You had Hook.
You had Hook, which did not do that well.
No, actually, it did okay.
Well, maybe...
It did okay. So its budget was $80 million. I think it made like $250.
Right.
But you got to remember, this is a Spielberg movie, and like they're expecting more.
I believe it was an underperformance.
Underperformance because they were expecting like big name Spielberg, budget, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, another anniversary this year.
Yes. We do need to talk about Hook, because that's beloved too. But you also don't have a lot of Pirates movies in between Hook and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Right.
Except for the ill-fated, I'm sure you know about it,
Cutthroat Island.
Which came out the same year, did it not?
I think so.
Or is it 95?
Never saw it. I don't think anybody did.
But at the time, it was like it had a lot of production problems, and its budget was huge. And at the time, I think it was the worst box office bomb of all time. So you're thinking, why do a pirate movie? But they're like, to hell with y'all. We got Muppets. We can make this financially successful. It was financially successful. I don't think its budget's that big.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it worked. Like I said, I only saw it once in the theater, and I love the premise. I love just this whole idea of
inserting Muppets into literature.
Into literature. The idea of like the Muppets playing characters, because I kind of look at it as, you know, when they got to Hollywood, they just started casting them in movies. And so they're
their own characters.
Right. This is them.
Rizzo the Rat as himself.
That's the in-universe explanation. They're just acting in a movie.
Right.
Which I always thought was kind of cool.
But they love playing their own meta gags, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and all the Muppet movies have been really great at the fourth wall breaks, which like I think could get old after a while. But yeah. I know we talk about this a lot, but it's so weird seeing Gonzo and Rizzo like with guns.
Well, I thought it was always an interesting take to where they could very easily make them partial narrators of the story too, like they did in Muppet Christmas Carol. But no, they're alongside Jim as friends and later cabin boys. And I love the subplot of Rizzo needs a money racket, so he does like what is it? It's like a couple's cruise to visit the Caribbean. And speaking of meta jokes, they even pass by. There's the one scene with Captain Smollett and Benjamin, which are Kermit and Miss Piggy. And I'm thinking the rats are just walking by. And this are the sets where they filmed Muppet Treasure Island. I'm like, bravo, that was good.
That's classic Muppets. That's Hannah. I did like Rizzo's little subplot.
Yes.
I mean, that'd be like a subplot.
No, it kind of is, because at the credits, the couples dig up the treasure.
That's true. Yeah, I guess they do connect it.
They ultimately fix it.
And they have the little camcorders and everything.
Yes.
And yeah. So I don't think it's a serious adaptation.
No.
But it certainly follows, from what I understand of the story, it does follow it fairly accurately.
They treat things with respect. We're not just going to like crap on it just because if they like the piece of literature, they're going to adapt it, but they're going to do their Muppet spin.
But you have what Tim Curry has called his favorite performance. Have you heard that?
I thought it was Clue.
He allegedly he said that this was his favorite character.
Well, that's the running thing too, and even your wife said it around Christmas time. We were talking about Muppet Christmas Carol, and Vicky said to me, "It's like, no, it wasn't Vicky. It was another. Oh, so it was. Sorry, Vicky.
It was my other wife.
No, who was it? Oh no, it was Emily.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my friend Emily. Shout you out, Emily. I know I didn't shout you out that one time. She talks about there's that meme out going out there. It's like 2 different approaches to working with Muppets. I'm Michael Caine. This is a serious production. I'm going to commit to my character, and I am acting in the Royal Shakespeare Company that just happen to be puppets. Tim Curry. I'm working with the Muppets. Let's go balls crazy.
Yeah.
And Tim Curry is excellent as well.
That's probably the first time I knew who Tim Curry was with this movie when I saw him.
Really?
Because, obviously I had seen Home Alone 2, but I didn't know who he was.
Well,
I was young.
That's another thing. It was like, you can tell by someone's age how they know Tim Curry.
Yeah.
And the 4 things that I knew from him growing up, even before this came out, were It, because I had seen it, Home Alone 2, Fern Gully, and Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Man, that could be a video for us, Power Rangers. No, but I digress. But
you knew that was Tim Curry.
Because I said in the credits, and I was like, that voice sounds really familiar. It's like, is that the bad guy from Fern Gully?
Okay, yeah.
Because the voice can be distinct.
For sure. It's still weird for me. I know that the Muppets have always been a little edgy, but it's just funny to me to just see them talking about guns and alcohol and cutting throats and everything.
I think in the original Muppet movie, Rolf was talking about whenever he's done his gig on the piano, he just sits back with a couple of beers.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just funny. It takes you out of it a little bit. Oh, okay.
Well, that's the thing, because we're so used to these characters, and we have to do our double immersion. Okay, it's the Muppets, but they're also interacting with the Treasure Island story.
Yeah, it's layers upon layers, which is interesting.
Which we should be overthinking by just felt hand puppets, but whatever.
I kind of wish they'd done more of these. You know?
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool. I know that they
did a Wizard of Oz, but
oh yeah, I didn't see that. But I know they were going to do either Treasure Island or King Arthur. That's what they were
Muppets Go Medieval. That's the Simpsons joke with Troy McClure.
Yeah, that's right. But no, I guess they felt Treasure Island was better for the Muppets to interpret. So
I think so. Something I totally forgot before when I threw on the credits. I'm like, score by Hans Zimmer. Hope that guy did well for himself.
Yeah, he went on to do some great movies like Madagascar.
And Muppet Treasure Island. Come on now.
That guy's going places. Yeah, it's interesting in this one they make Gonzo and Rizzo like characters rather than narrators, and I think for me it made it a little less serious than Christmas Carol. It felt less serious than Christmas Carol.
Well, yeah, once we get to Cabin Fever,
yeah,
and it's like a big number on the ship, that's the thing that always stuck out to me. What is this known for? Tim Curry and the Cabin Fever song.
Well, I remember the Cabin Fever song from the TV spots.
Yes. I would say there's at least always 2 memorable numbers. That, and is it called Professional Pirate? The one where it's like Long John is flaunt, and even Tim Curry says, "Make sure we flaunt this. This is my only big number in this," or something like that.
That's funny. That song reminded me of the Dentist song from Little Shop of Horrors. Which
keep an eye out for that video.
Yeah, but that's kind of what it reminded me of. Just like a fun bad guy song about following your dreams to be a terrible person and everything. And I even thought it's interesting with these that the human relationships with each other have to work as well as the Muppets. And I think I really did like
they spent enough time with Long John Silver and Jim for you to. One thing that always throws me off, and it's like, oh yeah, so Mr. Arrow, Sam Eagle, Long John makes him feel like those lifeboats are just like crappy. So when he shows back up on the island with Jim, Gonzo, and Rizzo, and they cut down, I'm like, oh yeah, he is an eagle. He has talons, because you're not used to seeing the Muppets stuff. Yes.
I made
the only characters' feet you always very rarely see are like Fozzie, Kermit, and maybe Miss Piggy. You forget half the time, like, oh yeah, it is Sam Eagle.
And any of the walking ones, the costume ones. But yeah, I saw them. I think this is the first time we've seen Sam the Eagle's feet.
There's a line of dialogue that I wanted to talk about, because I had mentioned it to you. I don't know if it's intentional, but it kind of hit. So when they first introduced Captain Smollett, Kermit, and he meets Jim, he says, "I knew your father, Jim. He was a good man." The movie's directed by Brian Henson, who also did Muppet Christmas Carol. He's the son of Jim Henson. Kermit is played by Steve Whitmire. who knew Jim. So I know it doesn't have the same inflection if you were to do the punctuation, but like it,
Yeah.
I was like, I knew your father, Jim. He was a good man. I was like,
Yeah, it kind of. I would not be surprised if that was intentional.
I think it's intentional. It might be from the text, but given what we know about Jim Henson and
Yeah.
the interactions between his son and the guy, it just hit me that way. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that was cool. So to me, the funniest part of the movie was Fozzie. Like when he's like,
Oh, Mr. Bimbo figure?
Mr. Bimbo. Was it Bimbo?
I think it's Mr. Bimbo, I think.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Bozo.
Like, and I don't even know if that was part of the book. Like, did he?
No, I don't think so. I'm
like,
pretty
all
sure
right,
it's
like,
not. I haven't read the book in
You
a
know,
while.
maybe this character in the book had like serious mental issues. Yeah, I
I
thought
liked the joke when they introduced Long John Silver and he has his...
it's a lobster.
It's a lobster instead of a parrot. And there's like, isn't that supposed to be a parrot? He's like, a parrot? What next? A walking, talking mouse with an amusement park?
Yeah.
So, Disney. Wish they cared about the Muppets as much as they did during Muppet Treasure Island
Yeah.
as they do now. But I digress.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see.
Well, we'll see with that
the
special.
new Muppet show.
Be on the lookout for that video. Oh, and I remember the one time where Jim walks away to talk to Long John Silver, and then Rizzo's like, oh, the humans have to talk. I brought this up to you because I guess you watch the Disney Plus. I have the old DVD, for whatever reason, doesn't have Tim Curry on the cover. What the hell? I was like, did you know there was a mid-credits? He's like, no, there is. And I said, yeah, so it's essentially just Long John sitting there on an island eating a banana all annoyed while one of the talking statues does like nautical jokes. It's like, what's worse than barnacles on your bottom kind of stuff. He's like,
It's like SpongeBob stuff, you know?
yeah. Two quick things I totally forgot about. This isn't Tim Curry's first time playing a pirate.
It's
Peter
right.
Pan and the Pirates.
Peter Pan and the Pirates.
Which I totally forgot about, and he won an Emmy for that.
I watched that in the late 90s. It was reruns. But
Yeah, because it was on
Fox Kids.
Yeah. And you know one thing that I always thought was a weird aesthetic choice? So they have the love song between Smollett and Benjamin, a permanent piggy. But they're hanging upside down. So I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'd be able to sing properly going, ah! And in the middle is the montage of Long John and the pirates playing with the gold. I'm like, this is a weird aesthetic choice, is it not? They're hanging upside down, but they're singing lovingly while the bad guys are dancing with the treasure.
I mean, they also were singing. They were singing about the pirates' love for the treasure and everything.
I guess.
Okay,
It's such
so
a weird aesthetic choice to be singing upside down.
that's what kills the realism for you, is that them hanging up, not a frog and a pig are singing and in love.
Tim
and
Curry getting with a pig, no less.
getting with a pig.
We're overthinking it, folks.
So yeah, it was very entertaining. I always knew it was the lesser movie of the two that are like based on books.
It's a fun time.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Christmas Carol, Muppet Christmas Carol is more memorable.
A holiday being attached to it helps. But also, I think A Christmas Carol has been adapted so many times where Treasure Island is not.
Well, and also I think that because Michael Caine plays it so straight, that he's seen as like an authentic. I mean, he really makes the movie. And don't get me wrong, like Tim Curry's great in.
What it was is Tim Curry understood the assignment.
Right.
I'm just going to be like, yeah, what the hell? I'm Long John Silver with puppets.
But I think it's Michael Caine made it. Like I think that's really, and that's not a discredit to Tim Curry, but
It's two very
different performances. But I think that worked for that movie. So I don't know.
I think that the text helps because a lot more people know the simple story of A Christmas Carol as like the three ghosts visit Scrooge, blah 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 blah, as opposed to Jim Hawkins and Long John. The reference for Long John Silver's nowadays is the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, I wonder if this was actually in the story or like it's a made-up thing. Whereas like Muppet Christmas Carol, we pretty much know. Everybody knows that story.
Right.
So,
You mean Gonzo and Rizzo weren't there with Jim?
no. It's really weird to see Tim Curry like shoot Muppets. Like he gets cornered and.
Well, I think they subdue him, so he kills the one that's already dead.
Right. That was. I love the like older Tom, dead Tom, and they're like crying, like he killed Tom.
He was already dead.
Oh, all right, and then he just move on. So there's a lot of really funny
I
moments.
think the production and the sets are pretty good too.
I mean,
They're not to the extent of like Christmas Carol, but like they're legit. I buy it.
I mean, it's what you would expect from a pirate movie in 1995. You know, I think 96. You know, I think we think now, like kind of like the pirate standard is Pirates of the Caribbean,
Right.
but that's kind of what a kid's pirate ship would look like.
Yeah.
I guess. So I didn't like. I thought it was okay. It didn't really like astound me.
Well, that could be another video for another day. But where does it sit? Like, you've seen all the Muppet movies, have you not? Or have you not seen In Space?
I've not seen In Space. I don't know where to watch that.
Muppets from Space.
You have it?
I don't have it, but I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah, I heard that's the. I mean,
it might crack the top 5, I think, for me, maybe,
okay,
of all the Muppet movies. But I also haven't seen Most Wanted.
okay. I like Most Wanted. It's not the.
Is Most Wanted better than this?
They feel very different. They're very, very different. It's
Well,
hard.
all the Muppet movies kind of are.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. There's a Fraggle.
Is there?
There's a Fraggle.
They always have somebody creep in from another franchise.
But-
Sprocket's in Muppet Christmas Carol.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the window in the beginning.
I missed that. Yeah, but no, I think it's the same Fraggle that was in Christmas Carol.
I watched Christmas Carol at Christmas, and I was looking for the one you're talking about. I think it's one that looks similar. I
Okay.
don't think it's him.
Well, whoever that Muppet is, he's in this one too, and I thought it was the same.
Yes, he's the one with the vendor with the vegetables, right?
I think so.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. So yeah, guys, let us know if you've seen Muppets Treasure Island. If you,
What's your favorite part of it besides Tim Curry, obviously?
right? Do you like?
Where does it sit in your Muppet ranking?
Is it better than A Christmas Carol? Probably not.
No.
I would. I mean, not to me by a long shot.
Me either.
But it's a really good time. I mean, if you
No,
like
it's
Muppets,
fun.
If
you haven't seen it in a while, watch it again. It's always it's classic Muppets with a lot of flair, and there's a lot of good gags in it. There's some really funny stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm glad I gave it a chance.
Yeah,
I am.
I'm glad we dusted this off for its anniversary.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. For Dork Daily, this is Chris P.
And the Delco Dork, Gabriel Barrio.
And we'll see you next time.